Welcome to Turn to Your Doom, a Choose Your Own Adventure book podcast where I, Art, read a Choose Your Own Adventure book to an adventuree or an adventurous, Ventrix. We need to bring that back as a thing. Faith.
Hi. An Adventrix.
We really need
I like that, actually. That's a good one.
Adventrix is really good. Honestly, we should just make that the default, at the end. Because, right now, all it is for Dominatrix. We're like, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But, Aviatrix used to be used, commonly. You know how cool that is? It's so much cooler than Aviator.
Yeah. Anything with an X on the end is immediately cooler.
Matrix? Moosetrix? That's a masseuse, but someone who is a lady instead.
Ooh.
Actrix? Okay. But yeah, we're reading a book called Punishment Earth. And so far, I feel like it's been treating us pretty well.
Yeah,
I've been liking
we've had
quite
fun. I love
Yeah.
our friend, Og.
Yes, our friend Og, who is just full sin, let's go, at all times.
He is our ride or die. He is also, unfortunately, not very smart, but neither are we, honestly.
Yeah. Well,
even the council of our people are like, oh god.
Can you please calm down? Okay.
When they saw us.
But yeah, so we, for some reason, got approached by a woman when we went down the step pyramids, the Mayan step pyramids. We were, a woman, who saw us with apparently a powerful aura, which I would just say, I still don't know exactly what that means, kids. Unless you mean it the presence. Like hockey, if it's Emperor's hockey, then I understand that way, because that's One Piece. And I understand One Piece. But I don't know what exactly they mean by aura, but these people had aura. And they were T-posed. They T-posed on all them hoes all the way down from the thing. And then one woman was just like, hey, if you're not evil, then send your ship away. And we're just like, no, who the fuck are you? And we just took them up off the ship instead. And they're like, cool. What's up?
Yeah, we were like, you want a pudding pack? You can come up.
Yeah. If we, instead, the other option was to just send the ship away for some fucking reason. I don't understand why he would.
Yeah.
Who is this woman, first off?
Yeah, when we got that option, I was like, fuck this lady. I don't know who she is.
But
she can't tell me what to do.
But we're gonna let her tell us what to do for some reason.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. And we're gonna send that ship off. So you send a quick message to the onboard computer, and your spacecraft speeds off into space to await your next command. You and Og are aliens alone on Earth. I hope you know what you're doing, Og says. Not really, you reply.
That's another thing I love about this book is the writing of us and Og.
It's
so real.
The way that it's written because this came out in 88. It's written way more of how I feel 2000 stuff was written. If you know what I'm saying there, where it's it's looser, more irreverent, quippy, it was trying to copy Joss Whedon and stuff like that, like Buffy or something like that. But it's doing really good at just being, kind of funny, kind of, cute. You can tell that these are kids who are talking.
Yeah, I love that at any time we are fully I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, it just has a different feel. So it's written by Ari Montgomery, and he was an older fellow when he wrote this. He's an older fellow now, so he's a good kid writer, a good writer for kids. You walk down the remaining steps, and you stand in front of the Earth Woman. Turn to page 61. The woman in the crowd watches you silently. You reach out your hand towards her. After a moment, she touches you. You and the crowd are enveloped by a white aura. Everyone here is silent. Who are you? She asks. Just me, she replies. A believer. In what? You ask. Hope. And the strength of your beliefs convinces you that this ancient place, is a good enough place to begin. Let's explore, you say. You and Og set off on your Earth adventure. The end. What the fuck is this ending?
Yeah.
61. What is this ending? Why is this again? Who is this woman? A believer in hope. Okay, cool. Again, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit higher on your totem poles of identities. Okay, first off, before you're a believer of hope, what do you think you are?
Yeah. What is your name? Helen?
Like, what the fuck is going on with this? I don't understand. It's just, why is this woman the impetus for you to explore? You're already exploring.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just loop that back into another thing?
I'm so confused.
Okay, whatever. I guess they needed to end something.
Yeah.
Okay, 53. We're gonna go back up a choice. And this is where you first see the step pyramids, and you are in Chichen Itza. You decided to go down immediately during the day in the first choice we made. We're gonna wait until nightfall on this one, which I feel is just smarter to do in general. But you know, that's me.
No, we raw dogging this.
Yeah, we're just staring at the flight screen.
We're going.
Nothing else.
We're going down there, full daylight, toes out, ready to go.
Okay, so we're waiting till night this time. And, what? Okay, cool. I don't know what this means. Night is better for Orkians. Let's wait, you say. Maybe we can get some sleep. Why are you exploring during the day then, my dudes? Explore your night then. Are you nocturnal? They didn't tell us that. They woke up in the morning.
It sounds like we've been doing everything during the day so far.
Okay. Yeah, Og is like, I guess. Fine with me.
Sure.
So yeah, the spacecraft hovers unseen above the Earth as you sleep. You are asleep for only a few hours. Your alarm system is activated. Og jumps up and points out your viewing port. The computer! It landed the spaceship while we were sleeping. That's bad. Another alarm goes off, interrupting your thoughts. A life form is aboard your spacecraft, and it's not Orkian. Your spaceship is equipped with a self-defense system. Should you activate it without even knowing what life form has intruded onto your ship? If you decide to wait, turn to page 71. If you decide to activate the defense mechanism, turn to page 83. I know what I would do as a whole cold-blooded American, warm-blooded American.
That was my first instinct, but I'm like, what if it's a dog? Let's wait.
Okay, whatever. Don't pull your gun out from underneath your bed, underneath your pillow. Or as my grandma, my great-grandma slept with a machete within reach.
Oh, Jesus.
She also had something that she can bludgeon someone with, in case she couldn't get a hold. Like, she had the machete within reach and then a bludgeon above her head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was ready. She also had a machete in two other places where she could easily grab it without someone looking. I mean, knowing where it was at if they came from her back door.
That is terrifying.
I mean,
but I understand.
She's never... Yeah, I feel like that's how you should be doing home defense. A bunch of emergency machetes. like there's one above the door, like right above the door. If they're just like, oh man, machete attack, right there. But yeah, let's wait, like a fucking European or something. God. You and Og wait quietly, watching the computer display. Suddenly, the computer pinpoints the location of the intruder. Zone E flashes on the display. Let's go, Og, you say. Not me. Og answers. You go, I'll still here as backup in case you get into trouble.
Og is so real for that.
You don't blame Og for being scared, but you need to know what's happening back in Zone E.
You're like, let's
With
go,
your
Og.
courage-
He's like, no.
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 With your courage rapidly fading, you leave the safety of the passenger zone and head towards your fate. Turn to page 106.
Oh boy.
No, 105.
It's a cassowary. It kills us instantly.
The door to Zone E is slightly ajar. Red dim lights illuminate the supplies that was put aboard the survey ship for you and Og. You edge inside the bay, itching yourself forward slowly. Why did you and Og agree to come to Earth, you ask yourself. A noise and a rush of air at your feet makes it clear that you're not alone. Some kind of creature is afoot. Right next to you, in fact, its eyes gleam. It has sharp teeth and stands on 4 legs. You use only 2 to hurry back into the cabin. Og asks, what was it? Curiosity has its drawbacks, you immediately say. It's a cat. It has a
It's a
picture of
cat.
It's a cat, yeah. It's a bad picture of a cat. This cat has like a 5 head. This cat has but it's a cat. You settle down.
I knew.
Turn page.
I was almost afraid for a second it was going to be a monkey, and I was like, oh god.
As you settle down, Og checks the computer for information. In less than a second, the screen blinks. The animal found on Earth. Species, Felis. Smallest member of the cat family, harmless, given to play, cautious, largest members of feline family, carnivorous, and known to attack prey using well-developed teeth. Just what size is the feline in E-Zone? While you are worrying about this, a warning message blinks red on the display. Alien life forms approach craft. Immediate instructions needed to activate defenses. You're keying in your instructions when the computer malfunctions. In a surge of power, the spaceship leaves Earth without your command. You and Og, an unknown feline, is projected into space once more. There's nothing more you can do than wait, and hope you'll be rescued, and hope your supplies will last. The end.
Oh.
I'm gonna be real honest. A lot of these endings aren't great.
At least we have a little kitty cat friend.
Yeah, it's just the story part is fine. It's just the endings are just
a little abrupt.
A little abrupt, or just a little, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can vaporize this cat, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to use force to get rid of intruders, you say. Force can be useful, but it can also invite more force, Og points out. We'll just repel the intruders. We won't harm them. How do you know that? You've never done this before. Maybe you'll use too much force, Og argues. Man, Og, you're making a lot of fucking sense right now.
Og!
God damn it. Og, stop it.
Og, shut up!
It's a chance we must take, Og. We have to defend ourselves and our ship. Og turns away from you, mumbling Orcian phrases of discontent as you prepare to repel the invaders. You program the space computer for self-defense, but it doesn't respond. Turn page 64. What's plan B? You ask Og anxiously. The computer isn't working. Return to Orca as fast as we can, Og replies instantly. Not yet, you say. With frustration, you kick the computer. It rumbles, vibrates, and sparks to life. Then, when its lights blink on, you activate the self-defense mechanisms. Ready to repel invaders, what level of force is required? Medium force, you reply. What radius? If you want to limit the defensive force just to the spacecraft, turn to page 98. If you consider extending the defensive force, turn to page 102.
Let's stick within the ship.
98 it is. Limited to spacecraft only. Zone established. Time of action required. Wait, you reply. What life form is invading your territory? You want to imagine them. Use your higher Orcian mind to understand alien life forms accurately. But this time, no matter how hard you try, you can't bring yourself to bring an image to focus. Something's blocking me, you say to Og. I can't get an image of this thing. You're blocking yourself with fear or anger, Og replies. Well, if you're so fearless, you try, you say. Okay, Og says confidently. On page 103. Og gets into the proper mindset and goes to work. Og leans backwards, bustles taunt and concentration, touching head to the floor. It must be a really strong mind at work. I'm blocked too. The computer blinks on. All zone safe now. What was it? You wonder out loud. Before you can ask, the computer shuts itself off. Well, I'm exhausted. This mindset business is hard. You suggest that things on Earth will be clearer when the sun appears. The two of you fall into a deep, dreamless sleep. Almost a trance. Finally, you're awakened by a gentle knocking around. Turn to page 99. What was that, Og? You say. Sounds like visitors, he replies. Hey, let us in. We're friendly.
Sure.
Several voices call from outside the ship. Can we trust them? Og asks you. You hesitate. Danger might await you outside, but your curiosity gets the better of you. Well, there's only one way to find out. You say, open the hatch. Turn to page 113. Og opens the hatch door. All around the pyramid and beyond, a large, silent crowd stares up at you. Take a deep breath. You and Og steps out of the spaceship. The crowd claps and shouts, Welcome! You smile at Og. You're going to enjoy your time on Earth. The end. Okay. I am so disappointed in the endings in this book. So disappointed. There's nothing. It's not giving us anything. No cool deaths. Not like, oh, what if? No, like, 10,000 years in the future, archaeologist digs up your stuff and then
and they're like,
calls
damn,
you an idiot
this person,
or something.
Yeah, this person sucked.
Okay. Okay, well, instead of doing just the ship, you're going to extend the defensive perimeter further out. So you say, you look at Og and ask, how wide of a radius should I request? Earth now appears to be mysterious and foreboding. Your curiosity is slowly being overpowered by your fear of the unknowns, of Earth's danger. Og shrugs. The decision is apparently yours to make. You turn on your computer and begin to pace the spaceship. We Orkians are known for our fearlessness, encourages Og, but there's so little to fear on Orca. No weapons, no violence. We must protect ourselves. Remember the other Orkians? Those like us who voyaged to Earth but never returned? Yes, it is a mystery still. I suppose we must protect ourselves, Og says. You program a wide radius of self-defense methods and agree to the command prompt. Activate the defensive force. And turn to page 92. Arming defensive weapons. Ready at your signal. You command now. The computer relays a signal to the defense weapons. A beam of pure energy designed to negate hostile action is sent out. The beam is a soft purple ray of light that emits a low rumbling hum. When viewed from a distance by inhabitants of Earth, the beam pulses like a blinker or light signal. Look, says Og at one of the viewing ports. Turn to page 104. The light and sound draws Earthlings towards the spaceship. They are unarmed and calm. They are coming in peace. Sunrise comes from the east, confusing you a bit. Orkians greet the sun from the west. This strange new dawn brings you and Og freedom from fear. You descend to a warm Earth welcome. Not bad, you say to Og, as a young child hands you a bunch of flowers and quickly kisses your cheek. Who knows? Maybe we'll like this Earth so much we won't return to Orca either. Thoughts of other Orkian ambassadors fades as you consider the exploration ahead. The end. Would have been better if you killed like a human and then you had to run for your life.
Yeah, damn.
But, again, where we've had 4 endings and all of them were disappointing. No, 5. We had 5 endings, all of them disappointing. Well, let's keep on going. Again, going back up the tree to the previous decision. It is, this is when the spaceship, is messing up and you're not outside of Orca's, orbit yet.
Oh,
and
yes.
it's going towards towards Orca. You previously stamped on a pedal that you didn't know that was there before, that Og pointed out. This time instead, you're going to think of something else to do because Og, who sounds wise and actually is way smarter than you don't agree with for some reason. So 86. Yep. So the pedal could be anything. You think to yourself, stepping on it might even eject you and Og into outer space. That's the last thing you'd want. But you gotta do something. Suddenly, all is quiet. The booster rocket's supposed to shut down, Og says, breathing a sigh of relief. And we're running on the main engine again. Og gives you the thumbs up. Let's not be too confident, you tell your friend. We're not out of this yet. Turn to page 94. With the G-force lessening, you and Og reach the manual controls. You press the buttons on the console, try to get the spaceship to break out of Orca's gravitational pull. You manage to point the ship's nose upwards, but without any booster rockets, there's not enough power to escape the Orcian atmosphere. We have to reactivate the booster rockets, Og says. But we already used up a lot of fuel. What if we don't have enough left to make it all the way to Earth? You argue. We could be stranded in outer space. That's true, agree Og. What should we do? If you try to reactivate the booster rockets, turn to page 108. If you try to get back to Orca, turn to page 50.
Let's reactivate those booster rockets, baby!
Ooh! Okay. 108, let's go. Okay. You press the button to reactivate the booster rockets. Your ship's nose is pointing upwards. You call for full power, and again the spaceship shudders, but this time it remains on course, as it strains to break free of Orca's gravitational grip. With one last shudder, the ship breaks through the Orca atmosphere into outer space. That was a close one, you said to Og. I have a funny feeling it won't be the last close call we have on this ship, Og says, pointing out the viewing port. Looming in front of you is an Orcian satellite, and it's heading right towards you. If we can hook up to the satellite, maybe we could be rescued, Og says. But we'll never see Earth, added Og with sadness. If you try to hook up with the satellite, turn to page 91. If you avoid hitting the satellite, turn to page 90. So if you say, hey mama, what's up? Or you leave them alone.
No, I would like to avoid the satellite.
Okay. 90. Quickly you press buttons on the console. The space lurches left and narrowly misses the satellite. You set the spaceship on auto-control and head towards the direction of Earth. We might as well get some sleep, Og says to you. I don't know if that's a good idea. The way this spaceship is malfunctioning, I don't trust the computer to get us to Earth. If you go to sleep, turn to page 75. If you stay awake, turn to page 79.
What is this, piece of shit that they gave us?
I don't know. I think this is more
of is this like a Christopher Columbus situation? They're like, fuck it, give them the worst possible.
It has to be. They have to be just wanting to kill you or something.
Yeah, give them the one that works the worst. Let's take a nap.
You would.
I would.
Yeah.
I took a nap today. Hi, baby man. Oh, there's the baby.
You and Og wake up from what feels like a short nap to find out the computer already landed the spaceship on Earth. But where on Earth are you? Your UNS, your trusty Universal Navigation System, indicates you landed in New Zealand. Og reads on the Terra Shade lens that this place also used to be called Aotearoa, land of long white cloud, in a language called Maori. You ask Og to read more. He says this is a peaceful place. You are still cautious as you venture outside your spacecraft, stretching and yawning. You sniff the air. It smells fresh and makes you feel instantly better. The gravity on Earth is a little less strong than that of Orca, but you'll adjust to it. The land is green, and you can see for miles and miles. Strange place. No people around here, Og says, while doing calisthenics to stretch cramped muscles. Turn to page 81. Suddenly you're surrounded by hundreds of woolly, four-legged creatures that you've never seen before.
Ah.
They crowd around you, bleating, making a racket. If this wasn't enough, the odors they emanate makes you woozy. Despite that, they're kind of cute. Og calls on these very handy terror shades again. Og calls on those very handy terror shades again for information. You're really glad to have those, even if the Orcian elders would be very angry if they knew. They're a life form called sheep that live in herds. Og says, sheep? Just then you see 3 humans rushing towards the herds that surround you. You quickly prepare to greet them. We come in peace from the planet Orca, you say. The man looks pleased. The sheep are suddenly quiet. Turn to page 44.
I do like sheep, but they are smelly.
Yeah. You look around at this green, hilly place. This would be wonderful, you think. A great place for an Earth experience. Og seems to be thinking the same thing. These sheeps are oddly attractive, not scary at all, like that feline being we encountered. And these humans are adventurers like we are. Are you from Scott Base? Is that what you mean by Orca? One of the Earthlings say. The Scott Base, you repeat confused. Og is scrambling to look that up via the Terror Shades. Scott Base, an exploration outpost created and manned by New Zealanders in Antarctica. One of the 2 remote polar regions on Earth, he offers. You have to decide whether to pretend to be from this place, whatever it is, or say again that you and Og are aliens from Orca. How friendly are these humans and their animals? Are there a lot of them? There are a lot of them, you calculate, many more than you and Og can handle if things go wrong. You feel lonely for Orca. You must decide. If you decide to pass yourself off as a being from Scott Base, turn to page 72. If you decide to return to the spaceship, turn to page 95. What? Okay.
What?
Yeah, I know. Those are the ones we have. Do you want to pretend to be a human? Or
No.
do you want to pretend...
I do that every day.
Go to the spaceship. Yeah, it's called having autism, guys. Ugh.
That's actually so real. It's so true. God, no wonder people thought we were like changelings and aliens in past times.
Yeah, do you want to go back to your spaceship or pretend to be a human? Those are your choices.
I want to go back to my spaceship. Also, I mean, people, we're like wearing like alien clothing, I assume.
I mean, I'm going to say what alien clothing is.
What do we look human? Is that it?
Vaguely, like you're humanoid. You look like a mixture of, like the Greys and, a human. Like you're basically tall as a human. You have big eyes. Your head's a little bit more lumpy. No hair.
They're just being really polite. They don't want to offend us in case we are human.
I think you're still in your spacesuit. That's the thing. I think you're still in your spacesuit.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
I mean, I'm assuming you're speaking their language because I think you have like a universal translator or something like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back to the spaceship. Let's get back to the ship, you whisper to Og. You mumble something about equipment and you and Og are back in the spaceship, leaving the bewildered herders and their sheep on the ground. Full power to lift off, you say, in calm a voice as possible. Full power, Og confirms. Your spaceship lifts off at a smooth, noiseless pass. Altitude 3,000 feet and climbing, Og says. Altitude 10,000. Altitude 30,000. And steady. What course? Let's cruise around and observe a bit more. You answer. We're not quite ready for this ambassador job. It's hard to know who you could trust, and even though Earthlings do seem pleasant. Og adds, the Orcian elders knew something we didn't know about going into the cosmos. Slowly orbiting the Earth, you pick up 2 readings that seem promising. A place called Teos in the state of New Mexico in the US, and you pick up some vibrations of music and chanting. The other positive reading is from a mountain village in the Himalayan range. Similar chanting is coming from there. So if you go to Teos, New Mexico, turn to page 76. If you decide to descend the Himalayas, turn to page 84.
Let's go to the rave in New Mexico.
Yeah. Maybe you can get Molly for the first time.
Oh, hell yeah. We just come back covered in candy.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just plur all the way. The computer says Teos is an ancient village, Og says, as your ship heads for New Mexico. It is known for something called community living. I'm going to descend slowly, Og. We don't want to scare anyone. Turn on the generation 10,000 music pod. Let's listen to them chanting through our spacesuit speakers. Will do. Replies adjusting the sensitive sound detection device. Through your clothing, the cabinets of the spaceship fills with rhythmic pulsing vibration. You and Og begin to feel excited and energized. The spaceship descends slowly, glowing in the setting sun. Peering out the viewing ports, you to the desert and mountains, and a few winking lights from the town nestled in the valley. You are now 100 feet above the chanting. You slow the descent, and the ship hovers in the air. I want to go and join them, Og says. You nod and lower the spaceship gently to Earth. You open the hatch and step out. Page 96. A circle of people look at you as you step down. Their faces are open and trusting. You see no fear. Their eyes are welcoming towards you. He's old and wrinkled and stooped. Welcome, he says. May Earth become your home. May these people become your people. You take his hand in yours, feeling the love these people have for all things that move on Earth and in the cosmos, and the past and present and future. You sense hope in these people. You feel it in yourself. Og, this is better than I expected, you say, shaking the old man's hand and nodding agreement. Perhaps you and the other Orkians are among us, he says. Perhaps some who adventured before us found this place too.
Oh,
why
hell
not?
yeah.
Earth is more than a planet of curiosity, you say. It's a planet of hope as well. The end. Okay, cool. Yeah, I wish ooh, man, they have not been here for a while, have they? I used to think there was hope.
Damn.
For the future.
Must be nice.
Oh, I know. Okay. I am going to look to see if there's anything super interesting.
If there's a way we die horribly somehow.
Yeah, I'm not getting all the vibes I want. So if we choose the other one, you basically just meet a bunch of monks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not much.
I was hoping we were flying down into, like, Burning Man.
No.
And I was like, no, duh, they're not afraid of us.
Few more moments. Okay, weirdly anti-Chinese thing.
Oh.
Happens.
Oh.
It's just basically like, they don't trust outsiders type thing.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. Another one of those loops. 69. Yeah, nice. Oh, okay. Well, they made the same joke as we did. We're like, they landed in America. Oh no, they got shot at. They landed in America and got shot at. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. To kind of summarize the other things is you, if you go back up a choice, you basically lie and say that you didn't go to the forbidden area.
Yeah, we had it. Yeah, that's right.
Instead of telling the truth, and they're just like, and then they pretty much force you to go through the getting your curiosity taken away, and you're given the chance to but when you don't flinch at that, they say, okay, you can either become official ambassadors or to Earth or not. And you get the choice to go to the US or China. Basically, China attacks you. And so does America.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That doesn't.
You do get shot, though. You do get shot.
Oh.
Someone got you. Someone got you real good
shit.
with the US one. In the US one. But
I like
Yeah,
that
there's not
you just lie to them. You're like, yeah, you know how we were. It was definitely us flying that spaceship that could have only come from the Forbidden Zone. Yeah, we didn't go there.
yeah,
Wasn't
but
us.
I'm gonna be real honest. This one ended up being a little mid.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like, all the in-between parts were very fun.
yeah,
The writing was fun.
I think it was fun.
All the endings, unfortunately, were
Yeah. So, well, I guess that's our review.
Yeah.
It was meh.
The writing is very fun. All the in-between parts are great. I love Og, our best friend. I love that we don't know what we're doing at all. And we fully admit to it.
Yeah, it's just there's not. I just feel like there's not much.
Yeah, but other than that, sadly,
otherwise,
not great endings. Did R.A. Montgomery not realize that you can kill children in books?
Yeah, in fact, I think those are the fun ones when you kill the
Yeah,
children
like
in horrific ways.
Like in the unicorn books. God damn, you die in some pretty awful ways in those books. Yeah. Shame the endings weren't better.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hopefully we get a good one.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get another good one soon. This one is unfortunately like a little disappointing.
Yeah, we're also just like trying to put off the last of the unicorn books, so that doesn't help.
Well, I know there are good ones and stuff. It's just like we keep on running into ones that are just kind of, So, well, could you do the thing?
The plugs?
Yeah.
Yeah. You should totally go check out another podcast that we did. It is called Over Innsmouth. It's where we read the complete works of H.P. Lovecraft. We did a lot of audiobooks of them and did commentary on all of them. Some were too boring, some were too racist, some were both, honestly. Actually, a lot of the racist ones were honestly also really boring. Like, there's only so long you can listen to H.P. Lovecraft complain about foreigners before you're like, okay, that's enough, we get it.
Yeah.
You hate Italians, we understand. Before it really takes away from the story. But there's also lots of really good ones. We also rank, like, every single one that we read in something called HP Listcraft. And by the end, we ranked them all. We went through them. There are lots of good ones in there. Dagon, Color Out of Space, Nyarlathotep, The Cats of Ulthar. So yeah, you should go check out Shadow over Innsmouth. There's lots of fun stories in there. Lots of good adventures.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay, yeah, I feel like that's about it. So, this has been Turn to Your Doom, and, I don't know. Maybe choose a different planet. To be ambassadors to, you know? I predicted everything that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
This book.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye!
Good night, Mr. the Missile.